So you mean to tell me that in 2025, we can't call the very people that our tax dollars pay to help us when we're going through a mental crisis? That's what you're telling me? We can't call the police when we're going through a mental crisis?
New video from inside the Morgan County Jail reveals more about what happened leading up to a Decatur man's hospitalization and eventual death. The video behind me shows John Scott Jr. the night he was brought to the Morgan County Jail. WFO 48's Callie Neese joins us live from the River City. Callie, you spoke to advocates and you watched this video in its entirety. Tell us what you saw, what you learned.
This video that we obtained shows John Scott Jr. being dragged into a jail cell after his arrest last month. He died in the hospital 1 week later. Decatur police officials say that they arrested him when he called 911 during a mental health crisis. They say they gave him the option to go to the hospital for help or be arrested on an outstanding warrant. Police officials say that he would not go to the hospital, so they arrested him on that warrant, which was issued when he failed to pay a speeding ticket. This video shows what happened after he was brought to the Morgan County Jail. At first, it's hard to tell what's going on, but later it zooms in and you can see Scott on the ground. Corrections officers grabbed him by all limbs and began to carry him before getting to the holding cells. Sometime after this, investigators say Scott had a medical episode and was taken to the hospital where he died a week later. His death and arrest are being investigated by the Madison County Sheriff's Office. Deputies tell us that Scott's body has been set for an autopsy, but they are still waiting on the results. Standing in Power, a local advocacy group, just held a press conference on the matter. They say the way Scott was treated was just wrong.
And just so we're clear here, I want to make sure y'all heard what I heard. He called the police himself. What does that sound like? Because he was having a mental break. But then in America, black people can't have a mental break because that man who pew-pewed the highway on 20 in Georgia, they said he was having a mental break after he unalived a police officer and injured another one. They said he was having a mental break. But this particular man didn't deserve any type of kindness or anything, did he? He had a mental break. He called the people he was supposed to call for help. And instead, they wanted to arrest him for a speeding ticket. And then they get him there and they all laying on top of him. What? I'm sorry. I just saw the video with y'all at the same time. I waited specifically to watch the video because I just don't understand.